Good morning everyone. This is Dr. A. Cynthia, Associate Professor of English. Today we are going to see about the famous poem My Last Duchess, written by Robert Browning. Robert Browning is a famous Victorian English poet and a playwright. He is noted for his dramatic monologue, his deep psychological insights of human character. He is also noted for his dark humor, characterization, challenging vocabulary, and so on. Now, let us move on to the poem. Before going to the poem, let us see about the background of the poem. The poem is all set in the palace of the Duke of Ferrara. Duke of Ferrara is also called Alfonso II, the Duke of Italy. Now, he supposedly killed his first wife and he is in search of a second alliance. For this, the ambassador of the Count of Tyrol has come to his place. Now, dramatic monologue. What is dramatic monologue? It is an important aspect of a poem. Here, in dramatic monologue, only there are two characters. One is the listener and another one is the narrator or the speaker. The narrator explains everything to the listener and the listener is supposed not to talk. He is only the silent receiver and he will not speak. Only the narrator narrates everything to the listener. Here, the narrator expresses all his personal outpourings, his emotions, his feelings and his thought to the listener. So this is all about the dramatic monologue. In dramatic monologue, in nutshell, only there are two characters. One is the listener and the speaker. Now let us move on to the setting, that is the opening of the poem. Here in the poem, this is all all events takes place in the palace of the Duke of Ferrara. Here, I already mentioned that he killed his first wife and he searched for a next wife. For that, an ambassador from another place has visited him. Now he takes the Duke of Ferrara, he takes the ambassador and shows him various places in his palace. Now he takes him to the gallery where all the pictures are portrayed. And he stops in a particular picture and he starts to narrate the poem. So this is the setting of the poem. Now let me read a few lines from the poem. Fra Pandolf by design for never read. That's my last duchess painted on the wall, looking as if she were alive. I found a piece of wonder. Fra Pandolf's hands worked busily a day, and there she stands. Now he says, this is my last duchess. She is now no more. She is dead. And he also continues, this picture seems to be very alive. And at any time, she can pop out from the portrait. That much, she looks very alive in the picture. This is because of the hands, the magic done by Fra Pandolf, a very famous artist. Fra means priest or brother. Pandolf is his name. Now he proudly mentions that Fra Pandolf worked for 24 hours, a whole day, to complete this beautiful picture. And he says it is a wonderful piece of art. He proudly says that this is the presentation of Fra Pandolf's magical work. Now, he asks the ambassador to take a seat. He gives a seat in front of the picture. He asks him to sit comfortably, to have a detailed look at the picture. He says, I cannot allow any strangers to look at the picture because I have the authority to show the picture to anyone. Anyone simply cannot look at the picture. If anyone sees the picture, they will definitely have this countenance. Countenance is the facial expression. The strangers or the persons who look at the future will have this kind of facial expression. They will have some question in their mind. Some question will run in their mind. So they will slowly turn their head towards me. And they will have the question, but they dare not ask this question. They don't have the guts to ask this question to me, but simply they turn their face around me, and I will understand the question. Now, he says, it was not her husband's present. People will try to ask, why this kind of blush in her face? But I say it is not because of the presence of the husband. It is not because of me. The Duchess' face looks blushed. I am not the reason for her to blush. He says this is the spot of joy. The spot of joy came to the Duchess not because of my presence. He continues that because Fra Pandolf, the painter, could have told anything that made her to blush. He might have told the mantle, the cloth wrapped in her wrist might have just moved. He asked her to move the mantle with the wrist. That is why she could have smiled at him. She could have blushed at him. And it is not because of me she blushed. He also continues, Fra Pandolf would have commented that this blush, the redness in her cheeks, could not justify the red color. The red color could not be justified to her blush in her cheeks and throats. That is why this made her to make the Duchess blush. And he says that it is not because of my presence the Duchess blushed. So he says, he continues, for each and everything the Duchess smiles. Whenever possible, she will laugh, she will smile, she will greet others. It is not that she greets me, it is not that she smiles at me, but everyone she looks at, she will smile. Her eyes will turn around everywhere. She smiles in the broad daylight, she smiles in the sunset. She even, when she visits the orchard, some official fool presents her some cherries, she will thankfully accept it, she will smile at them and say thank you to them. And also if someone takes her to a new ride, she will immediately blush and smile at them. And it is not that she smiles at me every time. She will also smile to everyone. This kind of attitude, this kind of behavior, I don't like in her. And again, he says, I have given her the honor of 600 years legacy to her. I have given her this tradition and culture to her, but she is not grateful. She is not graceful. She is not showing any gratitude to me. And I have given her, present her, a golden brooch which lies in her breast. But she doesn't look at it. She does not holler. She doesn't show any gratitude to me. She will always smile to everyone. It is not that I don't want to stop thanking everyone, but expression she profusely shows to everyone. This made me upset. So he wants to stop her smile. Now, in the next stanza, she also continues, after seeing, it shows that how manipulative, how egoistic the Duke is. Now, he says he does not like the smile of the Duchess. So the Duke orders once for all to stop all her smiles. So he commanded his officials to kill her, to murder her. The Duke of Ferrara might have told the Duchess Duchess to stop all his smile at the strangers, but he does not want to do it. It doesn't mean he has the ability to do it, but if he told, she might have listened to it or she might not listen to it. She may disobey to him, but the Duke, he did not tell anything to her. He just commanded her, he just ordered her to kill her, ordered to kill her. That is why the Duchess is murdered. Now, he pointed to the ambassador that all her smiles, he gave commands to stop all her smiles. And once for all her smiles stopped because she is killed, she is murdered forever. And by this, now he asked the ambassador to rise up, and he takes the ambassador down to show the important officials, to introduce the important officials to him. He says, your owner has countenance. He is known for his munificence. That means generosity. He will generously give me lots of dowry. Yes, I need only his beautiful daughter along with the dowry. This shows how manipulative, cunning, and he is fond of material possession also. Now, in the last stanza, he takes the ambassador to the down floor. He shows all his important officials, and he shows the ambassador an important statue. This statue is called the Claws of Innsbruck, where the Neptune, the god of sea, tames the seahorse. That means he ironically told the ambassador he will definitely control the future wife, and he will make the future wife under the control as the Neptune, the god of sea, control the seahorse. Thank you.